Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Movie Bugle. My name is Justin, and I am the host of this channel. So for quite some time now, I've been trying to figure out another segment that I can bring to you guys on a weekly basis, just to have more video content on my channel. Before I move forward, be sure if this is your first time watching any of my videos to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment anything you would like down below. I'm trying to grow this channel, I'm trying to expand it, and please hit that share button and share it on your social media page. Let's expand our group and let's just talk about movies together. But as I was saying, I was thinking about another segment that I can come up with you guys and just have like a weekly segment where I can come and talk to you guys about different things. And one thing that I came up with is a segment called What's New Wednesdays. What does that mean? So pretty much on Thursdays, I recommend different movies for you guys to watch, like a throwback movie that came out either last week, last year, 20 years ago, whatever that may be. On Wednesdays, I want to talk about different topics that's happening in the movie world. So I keep mentioning to you guys, check out the Movie Bugle for the latest movie news, but I haven't really posted any movie news on the actual YouTube channel yet. If you follow my Instagram page, you will see like different headlines and different things on there. But like I said, What's New Wednesdays, I'm going to be bringing 3 different topics to you guys every single week and just giving you my overall thoughts about them. So topic number 1, Spider-Man 3 has begun production in Atlanta. So for those of you guys who don't know, I did a video about a week ago talking about my predictions of what they're going to be doing with the Spider-Man 3 movie based on the casting announcements of some of the characters that they are putting together and some of the rumors that has been out there. If you haven't seen that video, I will be sure to put the link to that video in the description down below. But yeah, so Spider-Man 3 has begun filming over in Atlanta. If you didn't know, a lot of the MCU movies do a lot of their filming in Atlanta. I remember them talking about how Black Panther shot a lot of their footage over at Tyler Perry Studios. Tyler Perry has a big compound film, I guess, studio area in Atlanta called Tyler Perry Studios, but there's other movie lots and other things over there just because of the space. So they film a lot of their movies over there in Atlanta. Tom Holland actually revealed on his IG that he has landed in Atlanta and he started to shoot and film Spider-Man 3. So I'm really excited because I've mentioned before, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. And I think there's also rumors that we may get some type of footage, some type of concept in December. So maybe they're gonna, answer some of the rumors that we all been talking about. I don't know what they're gonna be doing, but yeah, so they started filming Spider-Man 3 in Atlanta, so we'll see what's up with that. So for topic number 2, pretty much Universal and Vin Diesel has confirmed that the Fast and Furious franchise will be ending after the next 2 movies. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, Fast and Furious has pretty much been around, I want to say since 2001, 2002. It was originally starring Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. Paul Walker tragically passed away while filming Fast and Furious 7. They had to go back and rearrange that movie storyline, and also they did a really good send-off with him. A lot of people thought that was going to be the last movie just because of the passing of Paul Walker, but then they did do an 8th installment called The Fate of the Furious, and then now we're getting 9. 9 was supposed to come out this year, I want to say in May, but then because of coronavirus, it got pushed back until April of 2021, and then pushed back again to May of 2021. So it is being directed by Justin Lin. Justin Lin is responsible for what we now know as Fast and Furious. What I mean by that pretty much is you had, the Fast and the Furious, which is the first one. You had Too Fast, Too Furious. And then you had, Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift, he did direct that one. And then at the very end, spoiler alert for those who hasn't seen Fast and Furious, any of the movies yet, you had a surprise cameo of Vin Diesel at the end of the 3rd one. And then you went into this trilogy, 4, 5, and 6. That was sort of a prequel to the 7th movie. Justin Lin directed all 4 of those movies, and then he's now coming back to direct 9 and 10. I am a fan of Fast and Furious. I know it is over the top. I know the action is over the top. A lot of people can't really deal with that anymore. I totally understand. I don't really argue with anyone who has problems with that, because I am a fan. I didn't really like the 8th one as much. I don't really remember the 8th one as much, to be completely honest with you. I did watch the trailer for the 9th one. It does look exciting, but like I said, some of the action is kind of like, all right, at this point you guys are pretty much superheroes. I mean, if that's what you guys want to do, hey, go for it. As long as it's action, as long as it has some type of storyline, I'm here for it. But yeah, so are you guys fans of the Fast and Furious franchise? Do you like Fast and Furious? Have you seen all 8 up to this point? Have you seen the spinoff Hobbs and Shaw that starred The Rock and Jason Statham? I haven't seen it personally yet. I like the original cast. The one thing I will say is, since the 4th one, they have been really good with bringing back everyone for each one. And I think ever since Paul Walker has passed away, there's been like this unbreakable bond between the cast members. They all refer to each other as Family Offset. So that's kind of cool. They're able to bring everyone back. And I think that could be the reason why their franchise is still so successful and have some type of merit to it, because everyone keeps coming back. So we'll see what happens. Supposedly the franchise is supposed to end after the 10th one. But you know, sometimes studios, they like to make money. And I guess if the 9th and 10th one makes over $1 billion, they may be like, we'll just do one more. Hopefully they do end it. Sometimes you want to end things on a good note or on an okay note and not tarnish the franchise. But like I said, Justin Lin is directing the next 2 movies, and that's supposed to be the end of the Fast and Furious franchise. So my third topic for today is kind of an interesting one. So Paramount Pictures, or Paramount Studios, wanted to sell the James Bond No Time to Die movie to a streaming service for about $600 million. The reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about this is because there's been conversations that I've had with you guys. There's been conversations in general about how the coronavirus has affected Hollywood in a tremendous way. And not so much where actors, they're not able to make money. When studios close down, that's thousands of jobs that are lost. Casting directors, set designers, set crew, I would say not just the main actors, but the stand-ins, the extras on set, the directors, the producers. No one's able to work. So these studios that have spent millions of dollars on these big budget movies, they want to try to save as much money or get as much money as they can back. So for example, I don't know the actual numbers, but so if they're trying to sell No Time to Die for $600 million, they're trying to make some profit off of that money. I'm not a huge James Bond fan, but I know a lot of people are. And just think about, if everything was normal, James Bond could potentially make between, let's say, $600 to $1 billion in the box office. And I'm assuming at that point, they would have made some of their money back. So yeah, they would have made some of their money back. So if they're trying to sell it for $600 million, they're trying to make a profit off of that. Now, no one wanted to buy this movie for $600 million. Everyone is struggling for money right now. Right now, it's still sitting there. They did move it back. It was a part of those movies that kept being pushed back. It was supposed to come out, I want to say November 2020, but based on the rising spikes of coronavirus and movie theaters not really being able to open like that in major cities like Los Angeles or San Francisco or New York City specifically, these movies won't make their money back in theaters. So I guess they did push it back into 2021. It was supposed to come out maybe, I want to say March or April 2021, but the studio, I guess, needs money, so they're trying to sell it right now. So what does that mean? So let's talk about, so Netflix, for example. Netflix has its own library of movies. They've spent many years building up their own content. I don't know if they have their actual own studio yet, but they do produce a lot of their own content. Other major studios like Paramount or Universal or even Disney that make these major blockbuster movies, they want to be able to make money off of them. Putting them directly on a streaming service like Netflix or Amazon Prime, they're not going to really get as much money back as they would if people was to go to the theaters. How do you make $1 billion in the theaters? People go see a movie multiple times. You know, even if you put it on PVOD, which is Premiere Video on Demand at home, for let's just say $25-$30 to purchase the movie, that's one purchase versus me liking the movie so much, I go back to the movies 2 or 3 times to go see it. That's how these studio companies make their money for these movies. So because Paramount knows they're not going to be able to do that anytime soon, they were trying to sell it to a streaming service like Netflix or Amazon Prime or Apple TV to try to get that money back. No one really wanted to buy it apparently, so we have to wait until next year for the next James Bond movie to come out. But I find that kind of interesting because I think that we are starting to get to the point where we may run out of major blockbuster movies or just major movies in general if we can't get to the point where people feel comfortable going back to the movie theater. I know Disney has Disney Plus. They can put movies directly on Disney Plus, but think about it. They did put Mulan on there for premiere access. It didn't really go over too well with fans because a lot of fans felt like, I'm already paying for a movie. I'm already paying for your subscription service, but yet you also want me to buy this movie on top of your subscription service so I could watch it early when it's going to be available for free for me or a part of my subscription that I'm already paying for in just a couple of months. So I'll wait. So I don't know. It's kind of a tricky thing. There are movies that me personally, I wouldn't mind buying. Like if they put Wonder Woman 1984 on some type of subscription service that you have to pay for, because I do want to see that movie, I would do that. So what movies do you think that you wouldn't mind paying for on, even if you're paying for Netflix or even if you're paying for like an HBO Max or a Hulu? If you had to buy this movie additionally on top of that, what movie would you not mind paying for because you really want to see it? Let me know in the comments down below. There you have it, my 3 topics for today. Like I said, each week I'm going to bring you some different topics to talk about. If you have any suggestions, you can always hit me up on my Instagram at the Movie Bugle. If something happens in the headlines or in the trades that you're like, oh, you should talk about this on your next What's New Wednesdays episode, definitely comment me, DM me, send me messages, and I'll look at it. And if it's something that I feel like is worth talking about, I would definitely bring it to the table and talk about it with you all. But as always, be sure to check out the Movie Bugle for the latest movie news, trailer reactions, and more things to come. And until next time, I'll see you all later.